Hello everybody and welcome back to the Shiny Hunting Every Dark type Pokemon in the month of March. We are going to do what we've been traditionally doing in this game and start with a box of eggs. We have a few to show off where we did get the Pawniard last time, so it's not terrible. We're on 27 for the month, which is a little bit lower than I would have liked it to be. We're going to do the last round of Sprigatito eggs, which is not great that we're already at the end. But the thing is, we've only got 2 sessions on this game left, so it sort of makes sense that we kind of don't make more because there's no point. Like, we're not going to go and spend another whole session pseudo hunting all of these eggs. I was going to save them for the last one because of competition, but it's not going to help. So, yeah, we're sort of sat with that. Now, we've sort of seen this sort of plan go a little bit astray. I did think we would have better numbers. This game has really let me down for how easy it should be to get Chinese. I thought we would get a lot more. We've done really well in Legends Arceus, where we only have Spiritomb and Oshawott left, which I can get in here too. And I've technically got Eevee left because I put Umbreon on that shortlist. Sword and Shield has been a nightmare, flat out nightmare. Like, I know we went and got the Liepard in the DA, which was really good, but the reality was, and that's the only shiny we've got in the whole of the month in Sword and Shield. We have got 2 more sessions in that game. I'm probably going to focus on doing DAs. The Guzzlord run was really smooth, so I might just do a session on Guzzlord. Elsewhere, we've got 1 more day in Legend Arceus to hopefully find those last 2. I'm not sure whether to commit to leaving that game for now. Maybe throwing in an extra one on one of the other 2. Not sure which. It's just that we're not hitting the targets we need in there. Like, I spent 2 full sessions in there, and we haven't seen either of the 2 we need. Not even like they're easy to deal with because they're aggro ones, but I haven't looked at the map today. So when we look at the map, we might see something a little bit more favourable for us. I'm thinking maybe, well, I don't know, like the last couple of times we've had, I'm going to use the word difficult shinies to see, because we've had like Bombardier, which is not an easy shiny to see. We had Hunchcrow, which wasn't much help because we were doing that in Legends Arceus. I don't think we had a Dark type last time. Then we had the session where the Let's Go mechanic broke in this game. So yeah, it's not really been clicking. That is why we are doing DAs all of April. I'm tempted just to click random, and then whoever joins can bring something to the table. I don't think I should just commit to one or the other. Like, that's the reality of it. Like, I know it would be good to do some of the clearer paths people have set up, and I'll join in. But when I do my first couple, I might just click random. I don't want, the only ones I don't want to do or can't really do is Rayquaza and Latios. They are the only shinies we've got in DAs, unless I blitz through my shield save to unlock the DAs and get the shiny charm. Well, unlocking the DAs isn't too difficult, but getting the shiny charm is. But I think I have everything in home, so I should be able just to bounce it across and into that file, so we have everything set up ready. I did decide to get the DLC in the second game, so it gives me 2 full games to shiny hunting, but I'm going to use my second profile, which is kind of my first profile, to be like the base for it. With the main reason, I think I've got two choices. I can just max out one I've already completed a Nuzlocke on, or move back and start a completely fresh save with everything, because I've wanted to do a fresh save on there, but I want to make sure I don't use the same gaming profile as I've got for this one, so that when I am going to Switch 2, hopefully, I will be able to move one profile but not both profiles up. So that's the plan. I think it can work, I'm not going to lie, but I don't think it's going to be perfect, but it'll work. So that's, yeah. But that was because I was tempted to do like a Nuzlocke next month anyway. There is still a chance I could make one day of the sessions a Nuzlocke. But I feel like I'm sort of so torn. Like, I would love to have a fresh save that's got everything ready. But as I said, I've got a save on that profile, I believe. I deleted the third and fourth profile saves because they were just Nuzlocks too. Hello, boy from Belgium. Welcome in. Thank you for the luck. I'm just doing a round of eggs as usual. And then I'm going to look at the map and hope we have a good outbreak. How did the rest of the DAs go yesterday? Because I sort of dropped out. I think you were still doing some of them. I don't know if you did manage to get a shiny yesterday. I remember you were having all the bad luck and not getting anything yesterday. Because I saw the person get the Zygarde in your street. In yours, wasn't it? But I don't remember many others popping up. This is actually my last box of Sprigatitios, so I'm hoping we can get it. I'm not going to make any more eggs though, because I'm only going to do one more day on this game, I think, and that'll be the Meowth eggs. I was going to save them for my bingo competition, but it's going to start on the 1st of April, so I guess I'm using the Frokoko eggs. And hoping I can get a Masuda egg to actually hatch shiny for the first time ever. But you know what it's like. We're all just going to hope we get some good shinies and move on with ourselves. As we said, tomorrow will be DAs, Saturday will be Ledger's Arceus. And then one more go on this Sunday, and we end the month with Sword and Shield as well. Yeah, that was my original plan. That's why I've still got loads of the free cocoa eggs, because I made a ton to do that. But I never got around to hatching them. I actually did get 3 in Pokemon Go Community Day. But I only got one of the Sprigatito. If these two weren't exclusive to this game, for Switch games that is, I wouldn't even bother doing eggs for this challenge, but I thought, well, why not? We've got to try and mix up all our shiny hunted methods. Like, we've got our traditional Legends Arceus run around, we've got our sandwiches, we've got our random encounters, our DAs. Let's just throw some eggs in and see if it works. So that's the only reason I've really done it. But I'm hoping we get something that is a dark type on the map. Because just a normal outbreak, I don't care. Just something. It's been quite frustrating that we don't, or if we do get one, it'll be one that we've already got, or something like that. Because as I was saying, this save has really let me down. Like, especially when you remember back to our sandwich hunting one, we did what 78 in 100. It just feels like we're not getting many in this series. But then my Scarlet save I did really well because I got all bar the Roaring in, well, all bar 2 in one go that were exclusives. So yeah, I would love to go back and try and get Roaring Moon, but I don't think I can justify going back in for just one at the moment. I'm also balancing up whether to do a full playthrough of Sword and Shield to get the shiny charm, or whether to just get the shiny charm on a completed game. Well, I don't actually even know if it's properly completed. And just like transfer in all of the Pokemon to complete the decks, like, because I know I've got them all in home. So yeah, that's going to be my plan. Because then when we do DA month, I can use the other save if I want to. I still can't unlock the Ultra Beast to host because I want that save ready for the second Reggie. Let Go or Drago. That's the only thing. I could probably just go and catch all the Reggies to get to that, but it's not what I'm looking to do. I want to keep the main save I've got going because sort of cheesed all the Master Balls in it. I just decided to surprise trade a load of stuff and keep the Master Balls that were sent to me. So I've got 6 for the Reggies and the Swords of Ruin, the Swords of Justice. Because I've got Steel, so I only need Rock, Ice, whichever one I want, and the 3 swords. It's also the game I wanted to really get into doing more. Shiny hunting random encounters. Like, I feel like we should have done a lot more. I think the concept would have been. I think it's something I can go back to when we're a tiny bit bigger, and it'll be one where we're just sort of chatting throughout the whole stream, and because you won't care or notice that you've got nothing by the end of it. That's the thing I've noticed most. Like when we've been doing a lot, it's been the busier one. When I've sort of just been doing something on my own, especially Sword and Shield, I get a bit burnt out on it quite quickly. I'm really hoping the DA month can be a big growth month. Like, my target will be to reach the 100 followers minimum, and I think that's going to be the main target. I think we can do that because the last DA stream we did, we got 5, so I think it's going to be pretty confident in that. Tomorrow, as I said, we'll do Guzzlord tomorrow. That is my plan, just Guzzlord. I'm not going to bother with Yveltal yet. I'm mostly picking Guzzlord because it's quite an easy one to beat. Yveltal, we struggled more on Yveltal, but it was just because the roots were quite bad, wasn't it, really? But I just feel if you get 2 or a single fairy move, you pretty much sweep the Guzzlord more than the Yveltal, so I'm quite happy to stick with that. So that's my plan. Don't know how long we'll go for, and I know you're due to return. You're having a day off today, you said, but you'll be back on Thursday. I know from what I see, when a lot of DA people, most people are really heavily targeting Zygarde. I don't see many of the others. It's either people are quite happy to catch it somewhere else, or they're not that interested in like your Dialgas or Palkias and stuff like that, or even like the plain old legendary birds, because I'm guessing they would have done them in wormholes or something. Or there is plenty of other games they could get it in. Something I was looking at a bit more was the new Discord update. It looks interesting for streaming. More for DAs would be very helpful because you could then have the big group conversation, but you can have it all on screen, and it almost feels like you can watch the other people's games. But I guess that's if they're all streamers. But so that's something I might look a little bit more in. I will point out that we probably had about 200 eggs for both of the two we were after. So it's not like we went completely underprepared. So that's going to be the plan. Now, do I just go for the ones I really want that I have not seen yet today? I'm talking to you, Mischief. We want the second Mischief for the living text minimum. Also, there's a couple of others, so. There is one more, and then we've just got 4 more left, and we're done with our eggs. Which is not great. Is this the lucky shiny one? That is the question. No, it's not. Four more chances to get the Sprigatitos, and that's not good odds. Sadly, we'll probably move our Magmar somewhere else. And we'll work back from there, really. Like, pretty much going to be the plan. Right. You lot in there. Where did I put... There they are. Let's do these then. It has been a shame that we didn't get at least one. I think it's probably the best way to put that. But yeah, I'm not expecting to get my first ever egg shiny today. But having seen the new bingo targets, I feel like there are things I would love to get into. Hello Shirio, how are you today? How are things? Hopefully we can get some shinies today, because this game has decided to hate me. And hello Kim, welcome in. We're on the last batch of our Sprigatito eggs. Good, good. I'm still good. I'm sort of looking forward to this challenge being over. I think I bit off a bit more than I could chew with it. The sad thing is the main video is going to be quite abrupt ending. Mainly because when I last edited it, I've only managed to get 2 more shinies since. So that's not good. But then it will also be a bit of an advertisement for the DA one, which I need to make a bit of a trailer announcement for. But I also haven't done that. So I sort of did one for the dark type ones. Actually, we have our new TCG cards tomorrow. Thank you. We've got a few. We made some custom ones, or we made some movement ones at last. I'm still looking to probably get some more personal ones as such, as in exclusively to me, because these are generally free to use ones. But I would like to get my own ones that are of the Pokemon I like, rather than just the Gem 1 ones. I was looking at a couple of the fun little AI tools, but if I don't really want to do that, I would like to probably commission someone who's done them for a long time. I was looking through Fiverr, and there's some people that do some interesting ones. Where can you sit? You can sit here then. They're shinies. Oh, this is my shiny pile of things I need to actually evolve. Because I'm a long way behind doing that too. Okay, let's see. Do we have some good dark types on the map? Not looking good. Not a good start. I think we had Houndour, didn't we, last time, which we didn't find one in. It doesn't help though, still got these silly events on. There is a Pawnyard one. May have to go there. Hello, Dad. Poliwags, the event. I know we actually got the Pawnyard last time, which is a bit annoying if we went back for it. What else do we have here? Nothing at all, really. This game really doesn't like me today. So I may have to. Okay, no worries, Kim. Thank you for the look. We're going to have a look, aren't we, at these? That's a little bit annoying. But at least we know what it looks like, because we got one last time, but it does evolve twice, so it could be a helpful one to join our team. Now, where am I going? Didn't I mark that on the map? Could have sworn I actually marked it on the map. No, I didn't. Okay, let's go. What's that? Oh. Gotta remember the controls because I've been playing Legends Arceus again. I don't think it actually tells us they're shiny till you catch it, from what I remember. So basically everything you catch could become shiny. I think we're down here, aren't we? Pawnyard! Not too many. Oh, look, there's Kim. Hi, Kim. We found you again. Yeah, this doesn't have as many Pawnyards as I was expecting. Right, I am going to have to just go for something I want, aren't I? That isn't really going to be a good place. We're going to have to go back and try this again. We want our dog. We have been hunting this for nearly 3 months now. Granted, I didn't just go here every day for one, but okay. But we know that they spawn here, so let's go with it and see what happens. Because we've sort of said that it's been very hit or miss. Like, I definitely think this didn't quite work out. It's something I probably will return to in the future, but I won't be doing it again until we have a much bigger audience, I don't think. Because that's something I've said from the start when it comes to the shiny hunting. It's sort of like, the main problem is it can get quite isolated, and I don't really like that when I do it personally. So the idea was to come out here, meet people who like it, and natter away. And see what happens, really. And some of the best sessions we've had, we've actually got nothing, but we've just been talking all sorts of bits and bobs and actually enjoyed it. We didn't care. When we get loads, sometimes we don't do very much. At least we know what this one looks like. That's the key thing. I still can't believe I can't get the same luck as a friend of the channels, who managed to get 2 in 5 minutes without a single badge to their name, without actually hunting for them either. They came here, they found one, and then the next minute they turned around and there was a second one there. It's completely crazy. And I've been shiny charmed, max sandwich level, and I found one. So yeah, it's not good. The weird thing is, like, because I've sort of got a tiny bit almost burnt out from shiny hunting in this game, that's why I want to do something different. It's one of those like hobbies that when things are going well, you love it. When it goes badly, it sort of gets a bit frustrating. Which is why we've looked at a few other games over the years when we're not doing this. Like, the other side is I could probably do something in Let's Go. But a lot of my next plans are going to be waiting for the Nintendo Direct as well. Like, maybe we get something new in the gaming store. That would be quite fun. Maybe we get a pinball. Maybe pinball comes back. I think we can all agree that the pinball game was fun. And we could just get that on the Game Boy Color, I think it is. I think I only played the first 2. Yeah, I expect that too. And the only reason I would ever consider upgrading to the GameCube would be is if Colosseum was on it. So I could do a playthrough of that. If there isn't Colosseum or Gate of Darkness, I won't bother. I think that's the best way I'll put it, because I didn't really play many of the GameCube games in the past. Well, actually, I never had a GameCube. I did the N64 era, but not the GameCube era. But then I did the Wii era, so... But I barely touched the Wii when I got it. I didn't enjoy it as much as I probably should have. So I keep wanting to maybe try the N64 games, but I also remember they're really short. I think the Puzzle League game is, what, 20 odd levels and it's done. it's fun, but I don't think it is enough to make me get the upgrade. The stadium will be fun, but it would have been more fun if you could have done it online with people, or like, almost against a friend or such. Maybe not randoms, but then we get champions for that now, don't we? So I asked the question on Twitter earlier today. What is the point of learning everything about a game or a film or a TV show before you've had a chance to watch it? Because the reality is, while I don't know all the answers, I would like to go and enjoy a game before it comes out, like when it comes out, I mean, and not know everything before it's available to be played. Like if it's 2 weeks after it's come out and there's stuff on the story, that's my fault for looking. But the amount of stuff that's meant to be out there about ZA, apparently there are discords out there that have the full story written out, and it's almost like it's only a matter of time before someone puts it out properly. As we said, they've leaked one series of stuff that's being added to the game. I just don't understand the point of it. Like, it's just sort of making, and then when the game does come out, everyone will go, "We don't like it. There's no surprises," or something silly like that. So I'm getting a little. Well, the thing is, I barely use Twitter anymore, but I put the question out there, and somebody said it's all about the engagement levels. And because people will be angry or happy about it, more people are going to be interested in what's happening than actually just waiting. So because it's official material, it's almost like, I'll use it as the example, it would be like ZA is being played in Kalos, and these are the 3 starters you get, which is okay, that's what they wanted us to learn. So I don't mind having that discussion, what happened to the other starters, etc. But to tell us like everything else you'll be able to find in there is what's really annoying. Like, I would love to, like when we played this game, when you first walked into the map, you wouldn't know everything you're going to see, would you? But I feel like it's being pushed that everything will be released before the game. But I've said the same when it comes to movies, like, and TV shows. Why I went off The Walking Dead in the past, because they kept telling us who was leaving at the end of the series, or during the series. They even advertised one episode as this person's last episode. I just don't get it anymore. But I saw some people. We have a new Discord UI. I kind of like it. I don't know if anyone else does or has any other opinions on it. I like the idea that you can see, like, you get the title screen. I like the darker mode that it has, and that you can have more compact texts and everything. I am very interested to see how streamer mode works. Like, probably should know this by now, but it looks interesting to say the least. trying to get our Kecleons. Yes, dark mode should be the default in everything. I haven't quite got the full dark mode on mine. I've gone for the second from last option. So I believe it's the columns are dark, but the middle bit is more of a grey, or a very dark grey. I prefer that. Like, the full completely black screen is not quite what I want. It just reminds me of putting Football Manager on sometimes, where you could actually choose the slight different tones and the colour. Because you can preview the nitro colours, and I quite like the purple blue one. But I don't get how anyone lives in light mode on any social media platform, or platform in general. It should always be dark mode default. Everybody got themselves a Kecleon. I believe this dog is going to play difficult again. Yeah, I did look at the light mode on it. I don't know, is it actually default is the dark mode on Discord, or the greyer colour, shall we say? Because I think the only colours you can naturally pick is white, sort of like a full grey darky colour, then sort of the grey black, and then a full black. But even like, I even use Word in dark mode. I don't think we're going to get this Mastiff, you know. I know we've not even been, like, we're just over 10 minutes, but we've done this one before and got nowhere with it, haven't we? Do I just insert Alk's clip of his double Mastiff? I was actually going to ask, how long have you been more hunting in DAs, shall we say? Like the amount that you've been doing recently? Is it a newer thing, or has it been a few months, years, etc.? Or was it just something you started after your origin dexes? Or things like that? Mischief. And the other thing to ask is, have you managed to come across anyone that's caused problems on the DAs, shall we say, when you've been doing them? Or is everyone just trying their best? Because it feels like I feel like one day we're going to find someone who's a proper troll on them. But as we said, I'm going to just focus on Guzzlord tomorrow. It felt like the quickest runs as well. That's where it could get a little bit annoying, but it's where it gets a little bit. The Zygarde one is just a very, very strict set of instructions, isn't it, really, compared to most of the rest. From what I've seen over the years, like, I expect most people should be able to survive if you've got 4 lives against most of the trios from things, and as long as the basic isn't picked, like, don't pick what it's strong against. But Zygarde's just so strict. But you've kept your Alcremie path, haven't you? So that means that file you've got that path on. Does that mean you can't do anything else on it, or until you've caught Zygarde? Or can you do one of the other paths you've got set up on there? Or enjoying the new emotes there, Kim? I thought I should really put a raid one on there. We have a raid emote now, so I thought it would be a good idea to have one. But so it is like an encounter seems to kill the music at times. It takes a while to kick back in. Interesting. No, I am okay at the moment. No. At the moment, I'm pretty much only raiding people I know. And it depends who it is to what I suggest everyone do. So if it's like Dan, we'll just spam frog emotes. If it's shiny hunters, we'll spam the shiny emotes and stuff like that. I think at the moment I'm still working on the basics of building just what we're doing. Before I've done a lot of things that I don't need to do at the beginning of projects, and I think that's what a lot of people say, that people do a bit too much to try and spruce things up instead of work on just the actual content to start with. Because you could put all the decorations in the world into this, and if the content you're doing is not interesting, it doesn't really make much difference. And we can see that from different levels of people that we watch. This shiny hunting thing is really not going well, is it? What are we into this? 20 minutes in to our dog, and it's still not coming to see us. It don't love us. Where is the doggo luck? Are you, Kim, are you going to try and join KBD's sort of playing with viewers tonight on Fortnite? So I believe he's doing something a bit like what Dan does, where it's like 2 games and move to the next team type thing. At about 6 o'clock our time, for a couple of hours. People to call DM play, what do you mean? Oh, fair enough. Well, I think he's doing it the same as like how Dan does it, sort of do the team and then move on to the next one, depending on who's there at that time, not wait around for like slots for each people. So I think he's doing 6 till 9ish. So if you are bored and you pop in, you might be able to see whether there are spaces. Fair enough. That's good then. It is amazing the amount of people you can meet in a place you never would have imagined. I believe my gym is now up to 20 trainers in it now. We're calling everyone a trainer, not a member. I am a long way away from that thing. I know you haven't actually been doing the streaming, but have you been looking at your average to see if it has gone up? What, now that you haven't done a couple of days as well? As we said, it probably should start going up because your busier streams have been the more recent ones, haven't they? And did you get many people applying for mod duties for you or not? So that's good, it's going the right way. So that's what I mean, like, you can, where you had those busy ones on, I believe it was Marvel Rivals, and you've had the extra people supporting recently, those ones are the ones that are going to count. And it's going to take the longer ones you did in the past that may have had 1 or 2 off the average. So you may end up getting it without doing anything extra for another week. See what that does. Sometimes the dashboard takes another week to update. I was tempted to have a look at getting that Jurassic World Evolution in Epic Games for free. But I'm not sure yet. And if we return to the PAL story, we might be up to 100 complete at last. Doesn't sound like a lot, but I think, as I said, most of the defeating ones are done. It's just a lot of doing the moves. So I got a good chunk done yesterday because there was a lot where it was just do 25 moves. And there's a couple that I just need to evolve one. So I'll probably be doing some more work on that today. I feel bad though because I went and bought myself the Dragon Quest games and haven't actually played them yet. And it's more, I'm a bit torn between just playing them or recording playing them. Even if I don't do it live and just do like a bit of a let's play. But then my YouTube will be very busy. Actually, that's the point. I have to see whether YouTube will work today. I set up the bot to share it in the Discord, and it didn't work for a couple of days, and the same with TikTok. I don't think it makes too much difference, because most of the people currently in the Discord are not too into Pokemon anyway. And if they are following in them, they'll comment, like, etc. Seriously, a 30-minute sandwich has not found a single shiny. I feel like I have been spoiled in this game. Well, as you said, when you steal your sister's Switch, you have to get your first game. But it mostly depends what game you've enjoyed watching the most. Because we've played all but the Let's Go games on here. Which I doubt we'll ever play on stream. Mostly because the controls are horrible. And I say that every time I bring it up, I just can't stand the controls. But there is a reason why it's considered the biggest franchise of anything in the world. I think I saw somewhere them say something silly like it's worth 100 billion. Or it's just shy of 100 billion, and the thing second is something like 50 to 60. And that being Disney. That's how big it is. It's crazy considering it's only ever been released in one brand of console. You can imagine how much more they could make if it was available on others. But then the quality of the game will be very different if it was on the others. I have decided this game hates me today. Already. What a disaster. But now, as we've seen with this, like, you can sort of see why I sort of go off shiny hunting after a while. It's not so bad, like, when we think about what you're doing in Legends, because you're doing research, it's not too bothered if I don't find something, because I'm just doing the completionist work. And that's saying something, just the games alone made that much. You caught a new Pokemon.
This drink, I like it.
I know, it's great, right?
Another!
You do realise this game doesn't have that noise in it. It's only in the big open world one we play. And it's only a good troll because people will spend, like, people focus quite heavily on where they're going. So, unless it's a really easy one to see, people will miss it. But thank you for the shiny. Look, we're going to try Litten this time again. Yeah, if we go back to, like, as we said, when the games are that much, then you add in, like, the plushies are going to be out of this world, monetary, the cards, etc., and like all the other merchandise. There's so much going out of there. And while the largest amount will clearly be coming out of Japan, it's still just something that just blows your mind just how big they are. And I guess you add in like the anime and bits of the movies. We haven't had one for a while now. This gen hasn't had a movie. Like, I know, but I don't understand how this makes fire. That's the question. 4 bits of leaves makes a fire. Now, can we have a white cat today? I think we're just going to do a tour of all the things we've almost got. Because this is another one we've already searched for in the past. So why not give it another go? Now we're near the end of this challenge. We've got to go for some of the ones we want. It wasn't so bad when we were going for everything else, but as we said, the cliff top was a little bit better because the grass isn't in the way. And I believe it was that cliff over there which was quite good. That's the one we were using last time. Because at least I can see everything. And it was pretty much just the same. Just go to the end and back round. collect all items to stop distracting shiny sparkles that do nothing in this game. Where was it? Over here. And hope that we find the white cat. The infamous white cat. This is yet another one that we spent a little bit of time going for during the sandwich challenge as well, and we never managed to get. So yeah, we're trying to right some wrongs as such. Don't know how well it's going, if it's going to happen or not. As you can see, I still have not fought all of the trainers in this game, or any on this map. It's pretty much what my frustration with the DLC has always been. Like, they push and push you to get to level 100 to do the raids, and then you come to the DLC, and suddenly you're too high a level for it. No worries, Kim. Maybe we'll find a shiny. Or maybe we won't. But I'm at that stage where I'm at the end of the month, so I sort of want to start my next challenge, but I know I can't start it early. But I'm trying to find something I want to do between the end and the beginning. I mentioned I did set up a Radical Red save, and I beat Brock, and then I haven't gone back to it since. It will be with you, with anyone really. I don't really mind who I do them with. It's just I want to do a challenge where I'm doing some different shinies. But I don't want to go and do DAs, too many more DAs now, and get the Legends shiny before that month starts either. Like, apart from my 2 for this challenge, the worst thing I could do is go and join your Zygarde one and get the shiny Zygarde, and then when I come to the month where the target is to get as many as we can, I miss it. I was saying, like, part of me is even tempted just to press the random button each time so I don't know what I'm getting. I know that can make it harder. But at the end of the day, the adventure are not to solely get the legendary shiny, just to get anything. And like, the other way we can look at it is I'm not actually desperate to get Zygarde, it's just more I just don't want to get it now, if that makes sense. Like, in all my time, I think I've only ever tried about 5 Zygarde DAs. But the thing is, if we're all sort of doing them at the same time, if you're doing Zygarde or Corey and you would both do a Zygarde, and somebody comes in the chat and goes, anybody doing, let's just say, Guzzlord, you can send them to me and I can send the Zygarde people to you. And then suddenly you could be running 2 teams of 8 and I could get a team of 4 that want to do the others. If I was, I'm still going to probably do some solo ones, but just recording them, but they will be purely random. But then, I know, like, I haven't joined any that you've been doing when you've been live. The chances are I might come and do some of those ones in April. but I'll just record my end rather than anything else. So at least I've got the footage. Like, but I'm going to do like that. You sort of do it a bit at the end of yours, where you look at the first thing and scroll down them all. I'm going to try and do that on all of mine. Not look at anything until I scroll through them all. So you sort of build up the reaction on each one. So that's kind of my plan for it. Like, I know like you guys are doing it to be quite efficient to get as many done. I'm trying to do a bit of it to have, on my end, it's going to be a little bit more of reactions and stuff. Even though most of it is like, I missed. So you don't look at them all on the front page as such. You click on the top one and then scroll through the details. So you don't see whether that it is shiny till you get down to the legendary or whichever ones you got. So instead of like, just use this as an example, instead of going, oh, no, you tend to go into it like this. And then you can see all the details on the screen and go, not shiny, not shiny, not shiny, not shiny, sort of thing. And the idea would be to just make it a bit more, for me to have like, I want to do it that way as well. You'll probably see tomorrow when we do the Guzzlords what I mean a bit more by it. Because then if I do hit the shiny, I can then clip it and turn it into a TikTok type thing. I'm always thinking of trying to do, you get that little bit for content online. That makes sense. So as I've said before, I typically record everything that I'm doing on the streams anyway, apart from the one I forgot. Now, my mouse is a bit of a pain, so sometimes it double clicks. So it once I press start and it press stop straight away. So I'm a little bit slower at the start of all of them nowadays, just to make sure I've got the recording on. Now you sort of saw a bit of what I want to do with my Latios one. So what I want to try and do is record that whole like sequence, and like I know for most of it it's not going to be shiny and I'm not that bothered. But I feel if I can get the right one, you've got everything you need for that moment to have a good clip. Which is why I'm quite happy to do like the challenge, what I put up. So like when you get your shinies, you can just, like you've seen in my Discord, I set up a Dynamax Adventures channel. The idea is all the pictures and stuff will go in there. So when I do a roundup at the end of the month, I can look at mine and then I can sort of share the pictures everyone got from all the different communities. And then like for yours, if we have like, if you've got 7, say for example, I can literally put your logo on them all as well, and almost see who got the most of everyone who took part. Yours will be a little bit frustrating for you if you do a lot of Zygardes and you get the other things shiny. I know you probably already have most of them. Because most of the things you battle in your route for your Zygarde, you're not using in any of the battles, are you? The only one I think I see, the only one you swap out is the Hitmontane. Yeah, but isn't Al Creamy the starter as well? So I meant more the ones you run into. I didn't quite go for the full amount. Like I probably will do all the ribbons, as we know from this game. The ribbons are quite easy to get. But that's kind of what I'm thinking. Like, but then it will be down to like permissions. Like, if you don't want yours shared in there, we won't share what you've caught. I might just have to share the numbers. But I'm just trying to make it so, like, as I always say, my challenges are designed to have a bit of a round-up video. The first two were way too long for what they needed to be. This one's probably going to be too short. But I want to do one. I want to do this one, which I think the thing is, not much is going to happen, so a lot of it will just be me clipping the clip where it's like, no shiny, no shiny, no shiny, fall off a cliff sort of thing. So that's what I mean. I don't know how many to put in the videos, because they'll be almost like sped up. But I could make one video that is more of a TikTok-y type thing, and one that's more of a proper YouTube format. And that's kind of the plan. Even if I only do my own, no one else wants to share theirs, I don't mind. It's still going to be the challenge I'm going to do. What I really need to do is bring everybody who is taking part together, so we can highlight all of the saved paths people have. Like, I don't actually know who a couple of the people are compared to their Twitter handles. Like, someone joined the Discord from our conversation in Corey's, and I don't know who it is. Elsewhere, like, someone else has said that they want to join in, but I don't know if they're ones that have been in the streams or not. There is a white cat. We have a white cat. Lovely jubbly. This will have flablets, won't it? Let's be honest. Just in time, Kim, to see us catch our white cat. I'm not even going to try and injure it, because I know it will have flablets and it will probably wake up. Wow, that was quick. I was not expecting that. Just going to do a very, very quick clip. Let's see if I manage to get this right this time. Let's just save that, we can fiddle with it later. So, we now need to force feed it, I guess. I have seen only fools and horses in the past, yes. Is the white cat a reference from there? Let's just go and stand here a minute. Is there any... Yes, there is fire dark, isn't there? So we're going to have the look at Houndour again. How long is left on the sandwich? No, this button. Press the right buttons. Okay. No, no, this place. Go in. We're gonna have to go here. I believe this will be sensible. I think in the top here there's other things that are dark. A fire. So we've got a fire sandwich on, so we're gonna have to go into the cave. We will update everything between sandwiches. Has this finally broken our shiny curse of the day? Well, we just seem to not catch anything. Bug. I got distracted by a bird that I thought was a shiny bug. For a minute I thought that was a shiny Lechonk. Where is this cave entrance? There it is. Hi Lechonk. You're not quite what we're looking for. I've been very reluctant to hunt in here, because usually the caves mess the lighting up a lot in this game. But we'll give it a go. What's the worst that can happen? As long as we get like packs, I'm okay. It's when it's the individuals that annoy me. Is the full exit or just... Okay, we don't want to go any further. Probably knock a few out to be sure, because it is a very subtle change. Funnily enough, this was actually one of the last Pokemon I ever got in the living text for this game, due to forgetting to come back in. No, I didn't know I could come back in so early. Because you could have run this game with like a level 2 Houndour start with, which would have been great. Because I caught the other stuff in here when I first came through. I believe this is actually the one location in this game I have never, ever caught a shiny. Yes, what is your idea for a moat? And is that for me or for you? There's a lot there. They all look the same. As we said, we're looking for something that's slightly more like purpley. That is the best way to describe a shiny Houndour. And I would go to the normal location I go, but we've got a fire sandwich on, so all we're going to get is more Slugma and Litwicks and stuff like that. That's not a great place to go. But we are now up to 28. My dream scenario would have been to get to 30 today, I'll be honest. But the game has been rough so far today. Been very rough. Just doesn't want to give me anything. What's down here? Oh wait, that's water. Oh well. We'll do this again. Okay, they do spawn down here too. We learn as we go. And Hound Doom up there. No, just another Hound Hour. It's not shiny, so we don't need to go back. And the packs are here. Are they helpful? Or are they boring? They look more boring. There is a little bell sprout. Is that going to be a Kim's bell sprout or not? How long do we have? 7 more minutes. Can we get this tiny bit of luck? And then we can evolve our Litten all the way up. To get number 28 officially checked off. If I wasn't doing this challenge, I would probably stay there looking for more to get the full evolution line, but because we're doing this challenge, we only need one. But I think we're going to have to settle for just the one today in here. As we sort of said, we're sort of getting a little bit worn out with the type of shiny hunting you have to do in here. I think if I had been someone who did the other methods of shiny hunting, I would be a lot more patient. But it was never really a thing when... Well, I never really played the games when it sort of first boomed. This has just made it a lot more accessible for the more casual player. I think is the best way to put it. But as we said, we're really looking forward to the next challenge. It's difficult when you do set yourself like a monthly challenge and it's not quite clicking and you've only got a week left. You want to kind of see it through. But we've even learned little bits about like just when you're recording, just to go a little bit silent so you get the sparkle noise, like when you do the encounter instead of talking through the encounter bit at the very beginning of it. Because you only need to have the boom sparkles. But if you've got any sort of talking over it, it's difficult to get rid of the talking bit. Oh, that's where they were all hiding. I think if I get a hound hour, I will do one more sandwich. If I don't, I may not do another one today. Mostly because, as we sort of seen, like, I'll be honest, I'm not enjoying this type of shiny hunting anymore. I need more of a break from Scarlet and Violet style. But I do know a shiny hunter we can go and watch. So if we want to go and watch a shiny hunter, you will stick around and we can go and troll with the noise. But we will get Incineroar fully evolved. Welcome back. I can't remember if you saw, but we did manage to get our Lydon. Just about. So we thought we would use the end of the sandwich to check out the Houndowers down here. But it's not been great. As I was saying, I'm a little bit tired of shiny hunting in this game. I'm not enjoying it at all anymore. People say it's easier, and yes, it is easier. But it's not as fun as like random encounters or like scouring the map in Legends Arceus. And I'm thinking, if I don't get this one shiny, which is 2 minutes, say, I'm probably going to just evolve the Litten and stop today. Because I feel like my challenge has gone quite badly. Why aren't you attacking? Oh, don't tell me the cave broke the Let's Go feature. And again, the Let's Go feature breaks and I get very frustrated. I don't know what was happening there. It's not quite as long as I would like to have gone. Like, I usually like to try and do 3 sandwiches, but because I've been doing lots of Legends Arceus, I've kind of been enjoying a game where you're kind of doing something more than staring and hoping you see something. And I've not really been, like, we know from when we did the sandwich one, we got really burnt out by the end of it. I was hoping we would get a lot more in this challenge, shall we say. But we'll take you to see another shiny hunter who is playing Legends Arceus and having a lot of fun with that. They also do DAs from time to time, so, and I believe they are going to probably take part in our DA challenge, because I know you said you weren't on today. And that is the end of the sandwich. That's, as I say, quite disappointing, really. So let's just evolve this. What should we use? Use a couple of these? I'll do probably. Nope. We don't really worry, we've got so many candies. And then we do 3 more. No, 5 more. No, we'll do 6. Yeah, 6 should do it. And that is our incineroar then. So, yes, that is going to be it then for today. We'll be back with DAs tomorrow because we've been enjoying them.